I really discovered that God had a different calling on my life. Now, I felt like I knew what it was, so I thought that I was leaving my corporate sort of day-to-day job to sit on boards and do some strategic work, which I did a little bit of, but what he actually called me into is being a novelist and starting to share stories of faith and redemption and hope, but set in the world of Wall Street, which there isn't a lot of books out there that deal with that kind of intense jobs that women can have, but also have a redemptive arc as well.
Kristine Delano joining us today here on the Meeting House on Faith Radio. She is the author of the book, The Lies We Trade, and she is joining me here at Faith Radio Meeting House Media Central, the Winter 2026 Christian Product Expo in Destin, Florida. Now, I asked you a question, and I want you to answer it in the candid and honest way that you did then, because I asked you if this is somewhat of an autobiography or a memoir. And so this is not one of these memoirs in disguise.
It is absolutely not. You're not going to read this and be like, oh, that's what her journal said.
Yes.
Not at all. It took me a few novels to actually move through the catharsis of coming down off a career like this.
Unpublished novels.
Yes, unpublished, just working through the stories. And it was through that I recognized that I really needed to understand, how to write a thriller, how to write a captivating story of suspense and emotion and family that others would want to read. So I didn't want to make it about myself. I wanted to make it so that someone picking this up that was either intrigued or in a work-life balance situation that they felt like was out of control, they could read this and find some hope and some entertainment that wasn't about me, but was really much more about them.
So your main character's name is Meredith.
Yes.
So you did say that there were some people with whom you either that you were aware of or that you had worked with that had maybe faced some similar challenge to this main character. So tell me what you came up with.
Yes. So Meredith kind of introduced herself to me one day, and
Okay.
She shares some traits with some, sort of close friends with me. She's, a hardworking, she's honest, but she's also secretive, and she has her own sort of ways in which she tells lies to herself in order to sort of go about her day. So she's got a lot to learn. But Meredith and I went grocery shopping. We would go on trips together, and I would listen to her in my head, make commentary on the things around us, and I really got to know her as her own character. And it was a fun way to sort of get into the story, is by knowing her so well.
So as you got to know her,
Yes.
if you will, figuratively speaking,
Yes.
What did you find were some of the core principles, some of the core aspects of her life?
Yeah, she's a generally good person. She's the kind of person that you would like to sit down and have a coffee with. She's well-read, she's engaging, but she also hides herself behind walls. And that's what's really fun about writing a book about her, is that you get into her interiority. We know what she's thinking, even if she's saying something quite different. And so throughout the book, we see her tremendous growth and her challenges that she's overcoming. She's got a marriage that's on the rocks. She's got a teenager that's acting out. She's got fraud in the center of her career. And you get to get in her head and really kind of experience this story with her.
So when we look at some of the, as the title suggests, the lies we trade, you mentioned that there was some maybe playing fast and loose with the truth,
Yes.
if you will, if I can say it like that.
Yes.
So honesty, integrity, truthfulness, these are all issues for her, it seems like. So tell me how that manifested itself.
Well, sometimes lies are outward ones, like things that we say that are just untrue. But for her, it was a lot about the things that she believed about herself, that somehow that she wasn't enough, that somehow there was something about her that made it difficult for her to succeed as a wife or as a mom. And so over the course of the book, she trades these lies with sort of herself. She also accepts lies of others and tries to decode them for what they mean as well.